All right, hello and welcome to IDS 3143, How to Survive the End of the World, a Practical Approach. My name is Chad Evers. I'll be your instructor for the course. So if you've already found this video and you're watching it, you are well on your way to being successful in this course, because this is one of the very first things that you should be doing. If we take a look at our Canvas page, so I've got my Canvas page open up on my computer right here. So if you do the same and you're looking at your Canvas page, and you could just actually watch me or listen to me and scroll through your Canvas page as I kind of talk through everything. So the very first thing on the Canvas page is a link to the syllabus. I think I have the majority of the important stuff from the syllabus already on the Canvas page, but the syllabus page has all of our, university policies, the schedule, things like that. And so some more detailed classroom policies and stuff like that. So all of that's on the syllabus. I highly encourage you to read it. I think it's a great idea for you guys to read it. But I'm not going to go through that in the video because I'm completely confident in your ability to read a syllabus. And again, I think I have all the highlights and the important stuff from the syllabus directly on our Canvas page here. So if we keep scrolling down, you'll see the CRN for the course. You'll see my name, my office phone number, my office location, my office hours. All that's right there at the top of our homepage on Canvas. Maybe I've had you in person, maybe I had you in a different online class. So if you don't know me, I have an in-depth instruction video about who I am and kind of what I'm about, my teaching policies, things like that. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about me, go ahead and watch that video. Then I've got a course description. So a little bit about this course. First of all, I think some people might be disappointed because this class isn't really about fighting zombies with machetes or surviving in the wild with a toothpick or anything like that. But what we're going to do with this class, we're actually going to look at some of the hard science of why people survive bad situations and why others do not. And some of the practical things that we could do to kind of get through our everyday life in terms of, what we should have with us in, say, our backpack when we go to school, or, if you, just keep a handful of certain things in your car. If your car gets stuck somewhere and you have to spend the night in your car, you're totally prepared to do that. And so just kind of some like life tips. And so we're going to go through 4 big categories in this class. We're going to look at mental and physical survival, personal survival, vehicle survival, and home survival. So just kind of how to prepare those elements of our lives to get through it. Required materials for the course. So we have 2 required books, and then you get to pick a 3rd book of your choosing. So the first book is called Deep Survival by Lawrence Gonzalez. It's Who Lives and Who Dies and Why. And so this book is, it's a nonfiction book. And so I think it's actually a really cool book because he goes through a lot of examples of people who, totally had everything they needed to survive and they didn't, and why they didn't. Whereas other people with almost nothing, but the ability to put one foot in front of the other, walked off of a mountain in freezing weather and came out, mostly unscathed. And so, what happens to these people? What allows them to survive versus not survive? So that's this book. So we're going to read that book this semester. The other book we're going to go through is World War Z. This is actually one of my favorite books. And so as we go through these books, this is a fictional book, but the premise of the book, it's about a zombie apocalypse, but it's not really about zombies. It's really about what happens to society when things break down. And so I've read this book several times in my life. I actually read it, the first time just for fun. I read it after Hurricane Irma, and I saw a lot of similarities of how people acted when Hurricane Irma was coming for Southwest Florida. And then I read it when we had, the first summer of COVID-19. I read this book again, and there's a lot of eerie similarities when we had that early summer of the pandemic and how people acted and how they act in this book. And so that's what we're going to look at this book. This book is, the premise of the book is that there is a reporter and he's interviewing people, and he puts all these interviews in order of kind of like how they stacked through like the zombie apocalypse, like the early days, the middle of the days, and then kind of like once they've gotten past it and how the world has changed. And so it's kind of a collection of like fictional interviews, but it's based on, you know, a lot of research on what the author has done. And so at the end of the book, or at the end of the semester, we'll look at, if you want to, an interview that the author did with NPR about COVID and how he kind of like made some eerily similar predictions of, you know, how society was going to act, and like, you know, his background for that. So I know there's a movie with the same name, World War Z. You cannot watch the movie and think it's anything like this book. That book, or the movie, really should have been just called Brad Pitt Fights Zombies. That's about as far as the similarities go. So the movie's not really, it's got some similarities and some like references to the book, but it's not really anything like it. So those are the books. So the other book that we're going to do is you're going to pick a survival manual book of your choice. So for this class, you're going to have to do a book review. And so I ask you to pick one book of like a survival topic, or kind of like a how-to book. So I don't want you to pick any like fictional books. Like I know everybody tries to sneak that book in, Hatchet, that we all read in 8th grade. It's not really a how-to book. And so I know we all love that book in 8th grade. But I would like you to pick more of like a survival manual, and it could be something that you're really interested in. So if you're interested in like learning how to like harvest wild plants, perfect. If you're interested in learning like bushcraft skills, perfect. If you're interested in growing a backyard garden, right? So any kind of skill that you want to learn. So a survival manual about that. A couple examples, right? Like I've got this one here. How to Survive the End of the World as We Know It, Tactics, Techniques, and Technologies for Uncertain Times. I've got this example. I think this book is a little bit over the top. I think this author is like a really like a doomsday prepper sort of guy. From the author of World War Z, Max Brooks, his first book that he wrote was actually the Zombie Survival Guide. And again, it's kind of like, it's funny because it talks about fighting zombies in here, but, you know, really like if you go through and you prepare for a zombie apocalypse, you know, you're prepared for a hurricane or any other natural disaster as well. And so if you want to do that book, that's fine. Some other stuff, right? So this was another book. I just grabbed it off my bookshelf before I was making this video. The Adventure Motorcycling Handbook, right? So this is kind of like, you know, if you want to go on this grand motorcycle adventure, what you would bring with you and how to prepare for that kind of thing. So if that's more your speed, that's fine as well. So, you know, pick something that's interesting to you and something that you're interested in. One tip that really helps students out, and I'll mention it a couple of times throughout the Canvas page, you're going to have to do a final project where you basically teach yourself a new skill this semester, and then you do an instructional video demonstrating that new skill. And if you tie that in with your book review, it will make your life a little bit easier, because if you're reviewing a book on the skill that you wish to learn, you're just kind of I think call it working smarter and not harder. They don't have to be related, those two assignments, but if you make them related, it'll make your life probably a little bit easier. You've already got one solid reference for your final project. How we calculate grades. So we've got your weekly video posts. You're going to be making some videos this semester, so we'll talk about that. The World War Z discussion post. So we're going to do a discussion post on each book each week. So you'll have 2 discussion posts each week. So 20% is World War Z discussion post, 20% is your deep survival discussion post, 20% is your book review, and 20% is your final project. So everything's weighted about equally, but that book review and the final project are actually some big ticket items. So I want you guys to make sure you're taking them seriously. When are assignments due, right? So assignments are due basically Friday night, but I will take them all the way until Sunday without actually taking any late credit off, because I know we've got families and lives and things like that. And if it's easier for you to take the weekend to actually work on your assignments, turn them in Saturday, turn them in Sunday, that's fine, as long as I have them Sunday by midnight. I'm not going to take any late credit off. I know videos might be a little bit new for people, so like your videos, I definitely want them by Sunday and I won't take any late points off. But if you like really struggle on a video and you've got to turn it in like a week late, talk to me and let me know what's going on, and I'll always accept the videos late. The discussion post, I think we should be pretty down with getting discussion posts done and turned in on times. So once they lock, they're locked. But your videos, I'll always take your videos late because I know this is probably a new skill for a lot of you guys making videos. Right grading, right, 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to an 89.99 is a B, etc. This class is also an honors embedded class. So if you're an honors student taking this class, or if you're interested in taking this class for honors credit, there's a second final project that's completely optional. So if you're not an honors student, or if you don't want to take this class for honors credit, you could just totally skip it. But if you would like to get honors credit out of this class, well, you've got a second final project, and we'll take a look at that. Scrolling down on the Canvas page, we've got our course schedule. And so it says start the course with week 1 and watch the video, right? So that is this video. So if you're watching this video and you've got that far, perfect. All you have to do for week 1, watch this video, get your textbooks, and then the couple of introductory assignments. So not a lot for this week, but this class is going to pick up really quick because this is an 8-week semester, which means it's basically a 15-week semester squished into 8 weeks. So there's usually twice as much work each week as we have in a normal semester. So you really, really have to be on top of the assignments. Every assignment for the entire semester is unlocked right now. So if you want to work ahead on anything, I highly encourage it. Everything for the whole semester is unlocked. You could work ahead as far as you want. If you've got nothing to do for the next 2 weeks, you could do the entire class in 2 weeks, aside from just commenting on some of your classmates' stuff. But if you want to work ahead on any of the assignments, you're totally welcome to do that. This class is asynchronous. You don't have to log in at any particular time. You can work on this class on your own time and at your own pace. So I will send out a weekly announcement. So I've got announcements on the announcements page of Canvas. So they're going to get posted every Sunday. And I'll also copy those announcements and I'll send them out in a Canvas message just as a quick reminder of what you should be doing. But I've got all my videos for the semester also posted. So I've got an instructional video. Most of them are about 30 minutes long. Some of them are a little bit longer. I continuously try and remake them. I made those a couple of semesters ago, so I'd actually like to remake some of them. I've got a new cell phone, so if you notice this video is a little bit better quality than some of the other ones. And I'm also more comfortable talking in front of the camera, I think, now. So I will try and make some new versions of those videos. The content is all the same. I think I would just like to make them less awkward. So if you're making your own video and you feel a little bit awkward in it, don't worry about it. Everybody feels awkward in their videos. So anyways, the videos, the reading assignments, the schedule, it's all on the Canvas homepage. And then if we take a look at the course summary, we have the entire list of the assignments for the entire semester, right? So down at the bottom of that Canvas homepage, that's every assignment for the entire semester is posted right now, and you can work ahead on any of it. Let's see. So if we take a look on the Canvas page, so some important things coming up. The very first thing that you need to do for me is I would like you guys to make an introductory video. Your introductory video is going to be a video of you, and it should be about 3 to 5 minutes long. I would like you to introduce yourself in the video. You have to be in the video. Tell us what your major is. Why are you taking this course? And if you just need some credits and this one looked interesting, that's totally fine. But if you've got some particular interest, that's also fine. Are there any skills you'd really like to learn when you're doing this course? 5 fun facts about you. And then tell us why you're awesome. And you can't say that I'm not awesome, and you can't say that I'm awesome because I'm me, because, you know, those are not fun things to say, right? So give us something. And this should be a fun video, right? So have some fun with it, you know, give us a little bit of your personality. If your cat or dog shows up in the video, totally fine. And this actually serves as like good practice because you're going to be making some videos every week, basically. So you're going to make at least 6 videos this semester. None of them are very long. Only the final project videos have to be like, you know, actually, you know, pretty nice and polished looking. And so you're going to have some practice before we get there. But this gives you the ability to, you know, practice making a video and uploading a video. And the easiest way to do it, just save yourself some time, make a YouTube account and put your videos on YouTube. And then when you submit them, just make sure they're not set to private. But then once you get a grade on your video, you're welcome to delete them off of YouTube or set them to private. But put them on YouTube and then just submit a link to the discussion post. It's a lot more efficient to upload a video to YouTube than it is to Canvas. Canvas will take the video, but sometimes it fails. Sometimes it takes a couple hours to do it. YouTube is much easier. And if you have the YouTube app, you can upload them directly from your phone. You're like, what if I've never made a video before? Well, if you have a cell phone, you have everything you need to do, everything you need to make this class, right? So I'm making all my videos with my cell phone. And I just use iMovie Maker on my cell phone. I've got an Apple iPhone. But the video editing software that comes with your iPhone or your Android phone is all you need for this class. You don't have to buy any special editing software. So this first video is good, definitely good practice. The other thing, if you're making a video for the first time and you stumble over your words, you're like, and you stop. Everybody tries to like make their first video and they're like, this is my 17th attempt at this video. If you just stumble over your words, just excuse yourself and move on. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everybody does it. You're not going to make a video that's, you know, 5 minutes long without stumbling over your words at least once. So it's fine if you stumble over your words. Just move on, and with time you'll get more comfortable in making the videos. All right, so our course introduction video, that's due this week. And the other thing I would like you to do this week is book review and survival video topic submission. So again, this semester you're going to be doing a book review and you're also going to make a final video project. Your final video project, I want you to pick one survival skill that you would like to learn this semester and learn that skill on your own. Teach yourself that skill, use YouTube videos, whatever. And once you've learned it, your final video is going to be about 10 minutes long, and you're going to make an instructional video where you teach that skill to other people. And that video should be a little bit nicer and a little bit more edited than your weekly videos. And so that's going to be that one. So for this, what I would like you to do is I'd like you to tell me what book that you would like to review and what skill you want to learn. And if you want to change them over the course of the semester, that's fine. But you're going to post them on a discussion board, and it's basically first come, first serve. I would like no more than 2 people to have the same book that they're reviewing or the same skill that they want to teach for their final video, because everyone's like, I'm going to learn how to start a fire without matches. And if we have 20 videos of people trying to start fires without matches, at the end, it's going to make for, you know, a boring collection of final videos. So look through what everyone else posted ahead of you and then come up with something different. Let's see. And then the other thing, right? So if you are taking this class for honors, right? This, again, honors is totally optional. If you would like the honors credit for this class, you could do a second video. For your second video, if you're doing this class for honors, and again, totally optional, I would like you to make a second video. And it should be an instructional video, more similar to my weekly videos as opposed to your final project where you like picked a skill and learned it. So like the examples I gave, like, you know, we do, you know, like one of the things that I do is I go through my car and I show you guys all the stuff I keep in my car. Maybe you're really into boating, right? So if you want to make a video about, you know, going through what you keep on a boat to be prepared for the boat, right? It should be researched. It shouldn't just be like stuff that you're like making up, or like, you know, are there boating safety checklists? And so go through your boat and show us that. Or maybe if you're going camping or backpacking or hunting, right? What do you carry with you to actually make sure that you're going to be safe depending on, you know, what kind of things you may encounter while you're out doing whatever activity you're preparing for. So if you're going to do the honors credit one, right, also put a third category in there, say this is what I would like to do for my honors project. So take some time, think about it. And if you're an honors student, this is the first time I've done this class with honors credit. So if you're an honors student, you want to do something a little bit different, shoot me an email. We could talk about it. And I'm more than happy to give you guys, some suggestions or feedback or work with you to come up with an honors project that is interesting to you and I think acceptable to me. Other than that, again, with our weekly videos, each week you're going to watch my instructional video, and I would like you guys to then kind of make a 3 to 5 minute video kind of discussing how that topic relates to your life. So like the first one, we'll do mental and physical survival. So you kind of do like a mental and physical self-assessment and like how you feel and where you're at now and where you want to be and how you can get there. But then when we go through like personal survival, I'm going to go through like a backpack that I carry with me every day and some things that are in there and why I keep them in there. And then when you make your video, you're going to actually pack a backpack and, show us what you have in there and why you keep it in there. And if you don't have everything that you would like to have, you don't have to buy anything for this class. Just let us know and be like, some other things that I think would be handy are this, this, and this. And just tell us, what you would like to put in there and why you want them in there. You don't have to spend any additional money for this course. So if you know me in real life, you'll know that I'm really big into environmental sustainability. It's one of the things that I normally teach. And I like to see, how can we do like topics of survival is like, how do we tie that into sustainability? And so, again, one of my ideas for this course actually came from when I saw people like hoarding food and things like that during the early days of COVID. And I saw people just buying anything at the grocery store. And I imagine that probably about 75% of all that random stuff that people bought ended up in the trash. And so like, that's kind of really upsetting to see. So I always tell my students that sustainability is a journey, right? Like you don't have to be perfectly sustainable, but like if you're continuously working towards being better, right? You're doing something better and you're making the world better. So the same thing with this class, right? If you are like, oh my gosh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to buy this. You don't have to do everything all at once. Just work towards your goals over time, and it's not going to cost you a whole lot of money all at once. And you don't have to do everything all at once, right? But over time, if you know where you are and then where you want to be, how can you get there? What else? Yeah, just final assignments for the course. Let's just quick take a look at the Canvas homepage again. And if we scroll down, you have your book review is due. It's called Survival Book / Manual Review. If you open that up all the way down at the bottom of our Canvas page, I've got some tips on, how to write a book review, what kind of questions you should look at, how you should look at the book, things like that. And then the other final project, right, is your final survival video. So if you open that up, again, and you should read the book review requirements and the final survival video requirements before you submit your ideas, right? Because one of the things I mentioned is that like I totally understand the value of like hunting skills and firearm skills, but just because the nature of this is a college class and for safety and the consideration of others, I don't want any videos where, you're firing guns or you're harming wildlife. So that's, one of my hard stipulations in there. So again, make sure you read all the requirements before you submit that. And I think that's it. And again, so just, keep an eye out. I'll send out a weekly email, reminding you guys what's due. But everything is on that Canvas homepage, everything you're going to need. All my instructional videos, but basically each week, after this first week, you're going to be, reading part of World War Z, you're going to be reading part of Deep Survival, you're going to watch my video, you're going to do a discussion post on World War Z, discussion post on Deep Survival, and you're going to upload your own 3 to 5 minute video every week related to the topic. So other than that, I'm a pretty approachable person. I know this is an online class, and I always sort of feel a little bit disconnected in the online classes, but I will watch every one of your videos, and I will, try and comment and things like that on your videos. So I feel like I get to know you guys pretty well through your videos. But if you guys ever need anything from me, send me a Canvas message. If you want to come to my office hours, I would love to meet you during my office hours. If my office hours don't work for you and you want to schedule a phone call or a Zoom meeting, let me know. I'll give you my personal cell phone number, and we could chat in the evening if that works better for you, or some crazy hour in the morning. So just whatever works for best for both of our schedules. I'm more than happy to meet with you guys. I would love for you to all be successful in this course. I know this course is also part of the FGCU Complete program, so I know I have a lot of non-traditional students in here, and so if you've got life or family or kids or jobs, and something comes up, just come talk to me and let me know, and we'll work something out, right? Don't feel like you missed a week and you're just going to fail this class. But that being said, right, it is a tight schedule. It's an 8-week class, so it's basically twice as much work each week than we would have in a normal 15-week class. So you need to really stay on top of the class, and you definitely can't check out for 2 weeks because you're going to be too far behind. So make sure you stay on top of this class. If you're struggling at one point, let me know as soon as you can, and we'll get you guys through it. So other than that, I love teaching this class. I'm excited about this class. I love to actually see your videos and learn from you guys, because you all bring a really unique perspective to this class. So you'll learn from me, you'll learn from each other, and I think it makes for a really great learning environment, even though it's an online class. So thank you for being my students this semester. I really look forward to learning from you and seeing you guys through your videos. So thanks and good luck. And if anybody ever needs anything, please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks. Bye.